って聞くまでもないわね。我ながら何を着ても似合っちゃって困るわ。やっやっえいは甘い。もうおしまい。うざったいわね。立ってるのもやっとかしら。バルキリーアナトミア。へえ、面白そうなことしてるじゃない。
Hello guys, what's up? This is Shark talking. Welcome back to my channel. Well, today's video is about the new updates that we received. We'll be starting on the day reset, the 11th of November. And there's a lot of things to talk about, and that's why I'm making this video. And first of all, I will just show you the campaign like and share. Let me just get it here. We just got the, not exactly just got, but this is the event is going on, and is Record Keeper. We will be getting their crossover, and this guy here called Title will join us on the game, and the Valkyrie Anatomia bosses will go to Record Keeper game. And I will try to play the game to see if I can beat these bosses and maybe bring the video to you guys. I would just see if it's possible or not. But as you can see, this title guy is just another crossover that is from a game from Square Enix, so it's very easy to do. And they are giving us 1.5k gems if we get to 3,000 likes or shares. That's very nice. And also Title's unique orb. All the characters that they are releasing lately that are getting some buffs, and I'm very helpful that they will probably buff Title as well. Title is not a bad character at all, and he's one of the last ones that are easy to release because, like I said, he's still from a Square Enix game, and he's a mage, defensive mage, and he can be used on some type of squads, but he's still a second generation character. You can compare him to third generations, but he's usable, probably the best mage that we have on free. But Killing still has her place on the game, but he's better than Aimo at least, and getting his orb will make him very usable. So let's try to just like and share this campaign to get this. I'm counting on your help as well. And then we have some other information here is that this event has these two characters, Tyro and Scholar Mistina. Scholar Mistina is just Mistina dressed like Tyro, and she performs kind of the same attacks as his attacks as well, and she is a very superior version compared to the original Mistina, but because the original Mistina only had 2 attacks, and she has a lot of number of hits, I think it's 25 or 26 attacks, and it's very nice and very good to build bars. But the problem is that her banner is alone, she doesn't come with other characters, and we'll talk about this right now. Let me just close this image and click on notice. We have a lot of things to talk about, and the first is, let's just talk about the crossover divine weapon. Talk about Mistina. Well, Mistina is alone on her banner, but she has 2 weapons as well, and 2 weapons are good. And we are lacking staffs because they kind of don't release stats in the banners. And well, Mistina is interesting. She's kind of like Primrose on the department that she's a supportive character for Dark Element squads. She increases the Dark Element attacks for all allies and also critical hit damage. It says critical hits here, but it's probably a bad translation. And she's very similar to Primrose on status and on other things like the passives as well. She can get more damage from action skill from turn 3, and that's it. There's not much things to talk about this girl. She's a little supportive, and you see here she draw fewer enemy attacks and improves her critical hit rate. When a character has draw fewer enemy attacks, it helps the tank to get even more chances to draw their attacks. But she's a mage. She's a regular character. And then we have the staffs. The first one is called Dark Storm, and it's a very much needed staff for the Dark Element. We only have Evil Wing, and Evil Wing is like the game released with the game. 6 months later, and we are getting our first true natural Dark Element staff, at least for 6-star versions. And it's very impressive. It deals extreme damage for 3 uses, and it doesn't seem to have a passive. And it doesn't seem here at least. And it can be a legendary evolvable, just like the other weapon. But this one is not exactly the best weapon from here. It's good just because we don't have Dark Element weapons, but the Mithril Rod is actually the signature weapon for Tyro, and he can get more status from it, just like Aimo gets from Mog Rod. But it has something very interesting. It prevents a set amount of damage, increased lightning resistance, and recover a teeny amount of HP of all allies. What it does is just that teeny amount of HP is probably something even worse than the Chevelle Light, or maybe similar to this, unless they change it. And if your squad is very advanced and you have like 120k party might or something like 80k HP, the healing won't be that bad. But you need to have a lot of HP for the healing to work here. But this weapon is for the future, and it reduces the lightning damage, incoming lightning damage, and also prevent a set amount of damage, just like that Graciato prevents. It's just a shield. And it's very important to have this type of stuff in the future, especially for some turns where bosses will nuke you down. But it's still not a common thing, and the super bosses right now still give only AP pots, so you still have time to get this weapon. But the problem is you have to get this weapon to the max. It needs to get to action skill 5 or else it won't be that helpful. Just like that Graciato, the shield gets better with level. So you have here it says ground, decrease damage taken, because it gets more shield and increases elemental resistance, the other important part of this. So this weapon is very important, and it says here also to equip the true power of Tyro. Special effect in some quests, this special effect is just like the Creation Valkyrie event, when you have to bring this type of weapon to the stage, and the second turn the boss or the enemies will get some type of debuff. This is about this type of stuff, and then we can talk about the event itself. It's on the other notice, and we see here that with the characters and the weapons have more drops. You can see there's 2 parts of it. Fragment of Knowledge, and well, it seems to have only one type of drop, Fragment of Knowledge. That's strange. So it seems that there's only one part of the event. In fact, I just thought there was 2. Okay, but this event has something that we had in the past, and it's just that there's this treasure chest key type C now, because there was type A and B, and these treasure chests are very confusing. They're not that worth to get if you're spending too much AP for this, because the rewards are not that good. And if there's 2 parts of the event, I'm also sure, you can just save a lot of farming and just do it when the second part starts. Because the second part of the event from Bravely Default was way better farming than the first one. So you may wait for this to happen, and at least they changed some of the values for the chest. You can see that the type C, the highest cost is now 200 instead of 300, and the first and second and third got a drop as well, and they are very cheap to get. Just like a 25% drops on the first chest. You also get Yggdrasil Wrench and Legendary Rainbow Stone here, and they are very important. Okay, so the remaining items are just the same. I will just close here, just trying to explain you guys how this chest works, and maybe you should wait a little to farm. And after this we have more information here, and this is the best information from this event, and the update itself. The Artifact Guarantee Divine Weapon. So what happens here is that we never had this type of stuff, but it's very similar to that banner that we had, Creation Valkyrie and Hakuri to be featured, and there was a Guarantee Artifact. Only that here is better, but costlier. And what happens is that you need 10,000 gems to summon. 10,000 is just quite a lot, but it's worth. I think it's worth. But I need to check the rates, because they are not specified here, and they just say that there is a very high chance to get artifacts, and there's these good things that you get with artifacts, but it doesn't say that the drop hits. But this still have to be available, and just we need to give a look at it. I will just probably do another video because it's very, very important. What happens here is that when you summon, you have a guarantee of at least one of these artifacts. You see here starting with Alfio and ending with Yume. And the thing is that there's a lot of good characters here yet. Like Alfio is good, but not so much. But of the good characters here, we can say that People is good. Creation Valkyrie is still good. Golden Garbed Lenny is good. I think Arbiter Hearst is good. Bedelia, I don't think it's that much. Supreme Deity Odin is still good. Valkyrie Alicia, and there's Wildfred and Yume, they are still good on the game. And these are the characters that you probably are aiming for. But when you summon an artifact, you have a bonus ticket, and it can be either gold or rainbow, based on the character that you summon it. And when you summon people, you get a divine a ticket called gold. When you summon Creation Valkyrie, you get a rainbow. And it's just a very interesting thing because you can use these 2 tickets to trade for another character. And these characters are here again. And if you summon a character and get a rainbow, maybe like Creation Valkyrie, drop it a rainbow, you can use another rainbow to get another Creation Valkyrie. But the rainbow can get any of the characters, but the gold can't. The gold, you can't summon for Creation Valkyrie if you got the gold, or Arbiter Hearst, or Supreme Deity Odin, or even Valkyrie Alicia. So these are the bad things about it. And you can see that Arbiter Hearst can be summoned here. So if you got lucky and summoned Arbiter Hearst, you get a rainbow, and you can choose her or by getting here another creation, another Arbiter Hearst. So this can be very, very good for people that look out here, and even those that don't look out can summon 2 times. And if they get rainbow, they will be able to get the character plus the orb. And I also think that the chances to get the rainbow are not that bad. You can see here that there's more rainbow chances than get gold. You can check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 11 rainbows here on the artifacts, and there's only 8 gold. Maybe the chances are not exactly the same for each character, but it still gives the impression that you have high chances to get rainbow. And by getting very high chances for rainbow, you can get the best characters. Now we have to talk about the best characters. If you have the rainbow ticket, the best characters is Arbiter Hearst. There's no discussion about it. But if you already have Arbiter Hearst, there's still some good options in there. Creation Valkyrie, still good. And Supreme Deity Odin is here also as well. He can only be gotten from the rainbow tickets. And then lastly we have, let me check here, Valkyrie Alicia. The best characters to get from this order are Arbiter Hearst, then we have Valkyrie Alicia, and then there's a tie here on both Creation Valkyrie and Supreme Deity Odin. Supreme Deity Odin is better on ice damage, while Creation Valkyrie is more versatile. You can use her on any situation because she can't use any element. But about the gold. So if you got a gold by someone here and got the ticket gold, you can choose the other characters. When talking about the other characters, the best options are people, Lenny, Golden Garbed Lenny, and Wildfred and Yume. These 4 characters are the best ones right now. Wildfred is very good, and actually he can be used in some strategies. Yume is one very good character to be used as well because she's a mage. The problem is still we don't have that good of ice mage staff, but she can use other elements as well. And people still useful because of her passives. And lastly, we have Lenny that has a very good high purification gauge generation and can be used as a sub character or a support. And we have a lot of weapons from the ice element. It's very easy to equip her. Well, these are my opinions, guys. These are all the updates from this new event. So, a new update. Thanks for watching this video so far. Please subscribe if you haven't, and we see each other on the next video. Bye.